Sorry to leave everyone on a cliffhanger. Our laptop chose an inconvenient time to break, and with Christmas holidays it took some time to get a new one. But a big thank you for sticking with us, and videos will now be back on schedule. Oh, she's floating.
Just, yeah, I see a lot of work, Sheddy. A lot of work.
I told you it'd be a lot of work, Daddy. Well, bad news. Dad's been playing with the knife and we've gone, you can probably see the holes. 1, 2, 3. Very good boy. This is Solo Vino, which means he came alone because 2 weeks ago he turned up at the marina, 2 weeks before I got here. Well, we just took the cover off the water tank and there's pitting like through the entire tank. Yeah, you get to a point where you don't know how long to go with it, like. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's sick. Alright, we got the welders coming out to give us a look at Chuffed and let us know what we got to do. Alright, so we had the welders come and look. They're going to do a quote up for us. Seems like it won't be as dire as we thought. And the plan for the tanks is we're actually going to look at sanding and cleaning it all back and using a special type of epoxy that can be used on aluminium. And it's like a permanent repair so that the problem doesn't continue. And yeah, get that sorted out as well. In the meantime, while we wait for quotes and we get the hull sanded, we're going to fix some of these areas up where we've got some water damage by replacing the panels. Yeah, we're just going to plod along with some other jobs, basically. Lots to do. Although things were looking bad for a while, we didn't give up, with the team of welders providing a cost-effective solution for the hull problems and helping us see it was fixable. We were able to begin the other projects with a new gusto and high spirits. One such job was hardwiring the refrigerator, so I no longer had to do boat yoga every few days to poke all the cables back into place. A quick and easy job for an electrician and his handy daughter, or so we thought. So basically going to solder it in.
Yeah, so it goes to here. I could solder it there. I'll solder it there, see what I can.
And then you'll put a little connection on the other end that then the wires connect to more easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heat shrink that bad boy. So you switch it to on. And in theory, you already did? Wow. So far nothing. Maybe it'll take a second. Turns out the thermostat was no good as well. So now we're hardwiring that in too. Then the fridge should work.
We used to learn soldering. Put solder on the tip, it's really hot.
So you solder one of the wires first and then wrap them together, then solder again.
Yeah.
Okay. I told you it sometimes takes a while. Yay!
Yay!
Thanks, Daddy! The next jobs were to tackle removing the rudder and the keel, both of which took a bit of thinking and manpower.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was plenty.
And of course, we were about 5 centimetres off being able to remove the rudder entirely. But, oh well. The keel axle is of course located in a very awkward part of the boat, and to access it the cover plates first had to be removed.
Yep. That'll do.
It's hard because you've got to use your left hand.
Yeah. I'll do it, Sheddy. You're
What
right.
about the other ones?
I'll do it. You're right.
I'll wreck them.
Yeah.
Fine. We think that might... Oh. It came out of there.
Yeah.
Huh. It kind of looks like it's moved.
Yeah.
That's our keel axle. It looks
We
like it's
think.
not meant to be there like that. We think.
No.
So it's a rubber axle.
Nylon or something.
Nylon.
It's probably not such a bad idea, but
I guess if you use stainless and then or something, then you got it in contact, and aluminium's probably not strong enough.
motherfucking thing of aluminium boat, I guess.
So this was the cover plate over the keel axle, and as far as we can tell, that which was just sitting there doing nothing is actually part of the nylon axle running through the keel for it to turn on, which means it's broken, which means we definitely have to take the keel all the way out. Dad's just doing the other side now, and we'll take a look. Hey?
It's tight. It's so close to breaking it.
Lucky you strong, Daddy. Everyone's also got some tropical virus and has been sick, so everyone's like sweating and feverish as well while we do all these jobs. Nothing like tight boat spaces and a fever to really get your mood going. You'll probably go home 10 kilos lighter, Dad. Not that you need it, but... What's that?
The spacer.
So Dad's chopped up the keel. We're going to try bang her out, or bang the axle out. Wait. She's out.
Oh. Now, you were right in that there is some bearings, spaces here.
Okay. Nothing holding the keel up now but rope.
Yeah. Oop.
Mum, do you mind throwing a torch down? Thank you.
Ponte de aquel lado, de aquel lado. Sí. Arriba o pasó. No, no pasa.
Vale, sí, sí, gracias.
¿Vamos a poner afuera o afuera?
It's not too heavy, huh?
Oh, it's pretty heavy. Example.
She's out.
Make it not round, but flat.
Sí.
Este sí. Parejo.
Sí, un poco más pienso, pero no, like no, ya, un poco.
No, it probably goes onto a flat surface.
Oh, so you want it flat?
Well, if that's going to be flat there,
Oh, okay, okay.
but it doesn't matter too
No,
much.
no,
no.
that's it.
Yeah, I'll disconnect these batteries before.
Okay, I turned the switches off, but
Yeah, I think I might just disconnect.
okay. Well, I'm getting sick. The welders are here, and we're getting started on stuff. Ain't no rest for the wicked. Dad's doing the wiring. The boys are cleaning, getting ready to weld. And hopefully, soon I'll have no more holes in my boat. Would be really nice, with any luck. I just gave the welders some masks and glasses because they're down there and there's dust everywhere and aluminium flying, and I was like, you guys, health and safety doesn't exist in Mexico. I'm recovering from a coughing fit, but everyone's sick. The welders have
Something in here.
okay, the welders have started. So basically these are areas, this is just a bit of soot, but these are the areas they're spot welding. So anywhere that hasn't gone through the hull, we're spot welding, and then anywhere like this where we've actually gone through, we're spot welding the top, but also putting a plate on the underside, in the hope that we then are basically curing all the problems. And then in the tanks, we're still debating a little bit what to do with the tanks, because we are definitely going to epoxy them like we talked about and paint them, but the access is really hard, so we're considering taking the top off and having it welded back down, but we're not actually sure if they're able to do that with time frames and stuff. So we're still coming up with a bit of a plan. Hey, Daddy.
Sounds like a plan.
And it looks really good.
Mm.
And there's no marks at all on the outside.
No.
I'm excited that they're hopefully doing a good job by the looks of things. We've got quite a few spots, but she's looking much less holy already. And started raining yesterday, so we had to call it quits a little earlier, but today the boys are going to be welding from the outside, the plates on, then they'll fix the keel up, put some bolts on for my anodes, and they should be done. They're working real quick, which is awesome. And Mum and Dad are still just plodding along. I'm going to do some video editing, and then maybe the winches. Nothing too hard today because I'm still just recovering from being sick, so yeah. Necesito nuevo porque aquí está así, aquí es no muy seguro para no sé cuándo estará. The welders also finished yesterday, so I'll show you some of their finished work. You saw inside a bit, but I also had a crack along the keel here, which they've welded, and you can see it's a really nice weld. And then we also had a crack forming around the keel axle here, which they welded. And then they've also welded these new plates on, which look really nice and neat. This was one of the old plates from a previous repair, and this is the new ones. And so I already mentioned this, but basically I did a bunch of research, especially obviously being friends with Nika. I wanted to be really sure we were using the right materials. And so the plates they have here are 50-52, which is what they put on the launchers, and my boat is 50-83 aluminium. And there's 5 types of feeder alloy that you can use between the two, and 3 types are better. And it happened to be the one they have. I feel like it was like 5.3, 5.6, I can't quite remember exactly. Anyway, but whatever one it was the correct one. It was actually the best one you could use between the two metals. So we should have a really good bond, very low risk of corrosion, cracking. The strength should be very close to the same strength as it was. Basically, if you Google aluminium like welding charts, it comes up with these charts that you can match your alloys, and it tells you what metals to use. So we basically used one of them with the welders and did all that before we got it welded. So it should be a permanent fix. Yeah, we wanted to make sure we did it right the first time. And in total, the total cost was around, ended up being around $400, which is a very good price. So yeah, all pretty exciting. We also got some stuff welded on so I can bolt some anodes to this hull and protect her a bit more, which is 100% necessary because she had no anodes. So yeah, feeling a lot better about everything, and like we are back on track. With things back on schedule, for now, work continues. You can support our work with animals by becoming a patron, getting chuffed with our new merchandise, liking this video, or sharing our adventures. Until next time, stay chuffed everybody.